below. So our last story, I just had to go back to our BFF, Andy Cohen. So John Mayer is setting the record straight on his, quote, friendship with Andy Cohen. I kind of feel like if you have to set the record straight, I don't know. So this is according to The Hollywood Reporter. It's no surprise that this week's The Hollywood Reporter cover story on Andy Cohen would garner some attention. In it, the Watch What Happens Live host and Bravo producer spoke candidly with co-editor in chief Mayer Roshan about the accusations that had been swirling around the Real Housewives franchise, from on-set sexism to racism to alcohol and drug abuse, breaking his long silence about the controversy. But the part of the interview that would garner the most attention had nothing to do with any of these claims. Instead, it was rather a tangential query regarding the longtime friendship between the openly gay Cohen and straight rocker John Mayer, a relationship that has speared reams of coy stories in both tabloids and the mainstream press. Quote, "Your friendship with Mayer has been the subject of intense speculation," Roshan noted. "People seem dubious that a straight rock star can have a close platonic relationship with a gay TV personality." "Let them speculate," Cohen replied. "I honestly love John Mayer and he loves me. But because we are so affectionate to each other, people don't know what box to put that in. They assume we are sleeping with each other, which we are most definitely not." Okay. Now, disclaimer for any new candy canes. Whenever we talk, and you guys are going to hear me say this ad nauseum, but I will always want to repeat it. Whenever we talk about sexuality, it's coming from a place of inclusivity. I believe everyone is equal. So if I'm going to, give it to the straight people, I'm going to give it to the gay people, I'm going to give it to the trans people, I'm going to give it to the bi people, because we are all equal. And it's all coming from a place of love and inclusivity. So if we talk about sexuality and we get candid and we get frank and we get honest about it, it is by no means to be hateful or shameful or any of that. I just think we can all get it because we're all equal. Okay. The reason why people speculate about John Mayer and Andy Cohen is because of photos like you see on the screen. To me, that is more than a friend. If any of them, John or Andy, were a woman, you would have the same speculation. If it was two women, if it was Kyle and Morgan, same speculation. If John was a woman and Andy was a woman, same speculation. I don't hold my platonic friends like this. I don't. My man will hold me like that. Or if or your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your lover. This is not how two platonic people hold each other, in my humble opinion. But people have different ways of showing affection. Don't they also live together? I heard, and I could be wrong, that John and Andy live together. Again, maybe platonic friends, but two people who are multimillionaires, both in their own right. Why y'all shacking up? They both are multimillionaires, and you need to tell me y'all need to shack up and live in the same house? Are you saving money? I'm confused. Why y'all shacking up? And I don't care if it's two men, two women. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There would be the same speculation if it was the opposite sex. Because how you're moving seems like, to be honest, John Mayer and Andy Cohen, in my personal opinion, have more sexual chemistry than Kyle and Morgan ever did, in my personal opinion. And for him to be like, well, let them speculate. Boy, bye, Andy. Boy, bye. Okay. This snippet in a 5,000-word interview quickly went viral, with dozens of news outlets from CNN to the Daily Mail to Yahoo News picking it up. More surprisingly, the question caught the eye of a certain rock guitarist, Mayer himself, who was moved to write The Hollywood Reporter the following response, which is printed in here full, and it's on the screen, so I'll read it to you guys. Hi, Mr. Roshan. I read your interview with Andy Cohen and was intrigued by your line of questioning regarding our friendship. You posited that, quote, your friendship with Mayer has been the subject of intense speculation. People seem dubious that a straight rock star can have a close platonic relationship with a gay TV reality personality, end quote. I think this is somewhat of a specious premise. First, there is a long and storied history of, quote, rock stars, not mocking, just won't refer to myself as one, being gay icons and artists. Second, I think that to suggest that people are dubious of a friendship like mine and Andy's is to undermine the public's ability to accept and understand diversity in all facets of culture, be it in an art or in real life. I'd like to think they're sophisticated enough to see a relationship like ours without assuming it must include a sexual component. That turns the concept of being gay into an ignorantly two-dimensional one, which I know you know it's not. I don't question that at all. I love intelligent discourse, and I hope you'll find this email to be, but I bristle at the selectively flimsy logic meant to coax an answer when the premise itself is so deeply flawed and quite possibly not even quantitatively true. Quite simply, if someone is dubious of a platonic relationship between a straight man and a gay man, I don't think that shallow a view deserves clarification by anyone with self-respect, be it Andy or your publication. Reinforcing the idea that any gay/straight relationship needs qualification, that it's not sexual, devoids anyone involved of their dignity. Respectfully, John Mayer. John Mayer, shut the hell up. That to me is a response that he had to use the thesaurus, the dictionary, Wikipedia, Google, all of the things to put together that nonsensical, trying to sound smarter than you are, using big words out of context that stringed in a sentence literally mean nothing. John Mayer, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Oh, like, please shut up. Please, like, stop it. Like, tell me you're having sex with Andy Cohen without telling me you're having sex with Andy Cohen. Get out of here, John. This is the thing. Nobody is questioning whether or not a gay man and a straight man can be friends. Nobody's questioning that. How you, and by you, I'm talking to you, John Mayer, how you and Andy Cohen interact is sexual. Andy literally said the affection we have with each other. You allegedly bought a house together. Why? Like I just literally said 5 minutes ago, both of y'all are multi-millionaires. I'm guessing you could buy a house on your own. What the hell? Like, that's why people, and look at the pictures. You're literally holding him by his waist and putting his butt in your groin area. That's why people are speculating on whether or not y'all are smashing. Not because one is straight and one is gay, but because you're acting like you're smashing. You guys are always high as a kite in public, and that's not speculation or me defaming. This is them. They've said it. Andy Cohen is a huge proponent of, 420 and, all of that stuff. This is what they talk about themselves. This is not me defaming them or lying on them. This is what they talk about themselves. They are always wasted. And like, not that it has to do with anything. You could always just, smoke a doobie with a friend, I guess, but whatever. I digress. What I mean is, it's not because John says he's straight and Andy says he's gay. It's because of your actual behavior towards each other that people speculate. John, you could be a woman, or Andy could be a woman. It could be opposite sex, and we would still speculate. The fact that you had to bring out your thesaurus and use words that you probably don't even know how to spell and have never said before in the world Thou dost protest a little bit too much, John Mayer. This is going to require a very strongly worded email from John Mayer to the editor of The Hollywood Reporter. How dare you ask Andy Cohen a question that everybody in the world has been asking in a expose interview in a publication? Excuse me, John Mayer, this man was literally doing his job. But you're going to write a strongly worded email with all of these big, bad words that you learned on Grammarly. Boy, bye. Go write a song. Go talk to Sheena Shea. Go threaten Taylor Swift. Because John Mayer, you are highly sensitive. And don't send me an email, John Mayer. I'm not saying you're sensitive I'm not saying that because of gay and sensitivity. I don't mean it that way. I'm not equating being sensitive with being gay. So don't even come at me with a strongly worded, Googled worded email. What I meant by you're highly sensitive is that you are a very sensitive person. And what I mean is when Sheena Shea, who in the stratosphere of the world, John Mayer was clapping back at when Sheena made the insinuation that she had hooked up with John Mayer, which she has been saying for years, by the way. This isn't the first time she brought this up, that her body is a wonderland. And I believe Sheena. I don't think Sheena is lying about her body count. I don't think Sheena is lying about hooking up with John Mayer. John Mayer, who you would think would be busy hanging out with Andy Cohen in their shared house in the Hamptons, he had the time to clap back at Sheena Shea, at Shishi. That's what I mean by you're highly sensitive. If I'm a John Mayer, I'm not clapping back at a Sheena Shea. That's going over my head. That I don't have time for that. Whenever somebody who should be, whether it's economically or socially or statusly or clout or celebrity, is clapping down at somebody, not that anybody inherently on a human level is better than anybody else, obviously not. I'm just talking about the layers and levels to quote celebrity and influence and power. That's what I mean. Who is supposedly beneath you in that celebrity stratosphere. When anytime somebody is clapping down to someone, to me, you're being highly sensitive and you're defending something because a hit dog will holler. That's what I mean by you being highly sensitive, John Mayer. And the fact that you felt the need to clap back at the chief editor of The Hollywood Reporter, which is a very respected publication in the entertainment world. This isn't a reality blurb we're talking about. This isn't a, Radar Online. No. The Hollywood Reporter is a legit publication, which is why Andy Cohen is even doing these interviews with the Hollywood Reporter, because it's damage and reputation control for all of the allegations and lawsuits he's in. But anytime you have someone who should be up here clapping down at a reality star down here, to me, it means you're guilty. Because people who are, quote, up there don't have time to clap down to nonsense. But you're clapping down because you're trying to hide something. You see what I'm saying? So I just can't with Andy. I can't with John Mayer. Like, I'm sorry. This is why people speculate, John. Maybe don't have your hand all on this man's butt and pushing him in your groin area. You know what I mean? Looking like y'all about to go smash after this to celebrate. Maybe don't do all of this and then wonder why people are asking if you're smashing. It has nothing to do with the fact that anybody has any issue or problem with a straight man being friends with a gay guy. Nobody cares. Nobody's checking for y'all like that. But the way you move adds to speculation. So please pipe down, go write a song, Go smoke a doobie with Andy and leave us alone. Let the Hollywood Reporter man do his job, which he did, and calm down. Calm down. Ugh. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think about John Mayer with his sensitive self feeling the need to clap down at Sheena and clap up to the Hollywood Reporter when sometimes saying nothing is the best way to prove your point? But to me, this is beyond friends. This is beyond friends. I don't lean into my friends like this. And you know what? Andy Cohen is best friends with Sarah Jessica Parker. Best friends. I don't ever see Sarah Jessica Parker pulling Andy's butt into her lady parts section. Do y'all ever see that? No. Just saying. Anyway, put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and chat with me. If not, I will go through your candy cane questions and comments.